Based on the positive feedback you provided on the 2 incident summary videos we've already put out, we're trying something new again. Today's video will go over some of the noteworthy fleet developments that have taken place in the last few weeks. Let us know what you think of this video and if it should also become a once or twice monthly video by leaving a comment down below. With that out of the way, let's see what has happened recently with airline fleets. First off, throughout July, Qatar Airways has been steadily removing its Airbus A330-300 fleet from storage. The entire fleet has now been relocated from Doha International Airport to Hamad International Airport, with 7 of the 8 aircraft already operating cargo and passenger flights at the time of making this video. We later discovered one of the main reasons for this move, with Qatar Airways announcing the grounding of 13 A350s due to a degradation issue with the A350's composite fuselage. This was covered in detail in our daily video on August 6th. In late July, we found out that Air India plans to keep operating its Boeing 747s. India's Minister of State for Civil Aviation stated the following: "There are 4 747-400 aircraft in Air India's fleet, and their average age is about 26 years. Currently, 3 of the 4 747s are under maintenance checks. At present, Air India has no plans to phase out the operation of the Boeing 747 from its fleet." Singapore Airlines has been flying its A380s recently and even bringing them back home to Changi Airport. The airline confirmed with Simple Flying that the A380 registered 9 Victor Sierra Kilo Whiskey was moved from storage in Alice Springs to Sydney for maintenance checks on July 28th, before returning to Singapore. A spokesperson added the following statement: "This movement is part of the ongoing management of our fleet, ensuring we remain nimble, flexible and prepared to deploy capacity to markets as the demand warrants. The aircraft's return to Singapore will allow for scheduled maintenance to be conducted." Also at the end of July, Fiji Airways returned 2 A330-200 aircraft back to lessors. The airline has been working to reduce its costs amid the global health crisis with persistent travel restrictions and suppressed demand. Although the aircraft aren't needed anymore, the airline CEO noted that they played a key role in mitigating schedule disruptions caused by the 737 MAX grounding. On the topic of lease returns, Garuda Indonesia reached an agreement to return 9 737-800s to AerCap. The aircraft are being returned ahead of schedule due to Garuda's financial difficulties. Previously, AerCap threatened the airline with legal action after it failed to pay for the planes. Then, on August 2nd, we reported that Norse Atlantic Airways is taking 6 Boeing 787-9 Dreamliners on lease from BOC Aviation. The Norwegian startup will receive these units in the 3rd quarter of this year. This is in addition to a March deal to take 6 used 787-9s and 3 used 787-8s. On August 3rd, Lufthansa withdrew another Boeing 747-400 from long-term storage in the Netherlands. The move comes ahead of the type's expected reintroduction to service, as the airline has committed to bringing 8 of its Dash 400 jumbo jets back, as it patiently waits for the Boeing 777X. On August 5th, we reported that British Airways had extended its service contract with Lufthansa Technik in the Philippines for its entire fleet of 12 Airbus A380s. This gives us a strong indication that the Super Jumbos will eventually fly again with BA, perhaps as soon as November. This was also a topic we made a video on recently. On the same day, Lufthansa CEO Carsten Spohr made it clear that the A380 is dead as far as he's concerned, giving this fleet update during a conference call. "We'll be taking away 9 subfleets over the next years. If you would rather confine that to long range only, the A380 will obviously not come back. The A340-600 will only be brought back for 2 years to make sure we have enough capacity in Munich, including the premium cabins, until that's replaced by A350s. The next day, we reported that Czech Airlines had cancelled its orders for 7 Airbus jets. 3 of these cancellations are A321XLRs, with the other 4 being A220-300s. The airline has gone through significant restructuring. laying off all of its workforce and declaring bankruptcy. That same week, we saw LATAM in US court seeking approval to purchase 28 new A320neo family jets. This agreement expands LATAM's current order for 42 narrow bodies to 70, allowing it to remain the largest operator in South America. The Chile-based company is currently in a financial reorganization process under Chapter 11 of United States bankruptcy law. The airline is in the process of designing its reorganization plan, which will be presented to creditors in mid-September. We certainly weren't able to cover everything in this video or go into as much detail as we would have liked. As with all of our videos, there's a more detailed corresponding article on simpleflying.com. Check out the links in the description to learn more. And, as always, share your thoughts on this video and any other developments we covered by leaving a comment below. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles and a podcast every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you go.